Chant third stanza. Page number 8. We'll chant together. यावन्मलानक्षीयन्ते मनसो रागरूपकाः तावन्न तत्त्वजिज्ञासा जायते मानुषे हृदि. As long as the impurities of mind, they are not removed, till that point, the desire to know truth or God does not arise in an individual's heart. Hridi means heart. Heart means in mind. One does not think of knowing God, or even if that person gets the idea that I want to know God, it is over the weekend or for a short time. That person never becomes committed to this path. So sometimes when we are company of great people, we feel, I want to do this. But we do not have enough strength to sustain that thought. So it will come, it will drop. See, this text that our Guruji has composed, it is essence of so many scriptures, because he has read, I don't know how many of you know, he has read tons of scriptures. Great knowledge he has. And he has assimilated all of that and then come out with these capsules also. So he has absorbed all the essence of our Hindu scriptures. And also understood the psychology of human mind, how we work, how we think. And you will see this is true in our life. In the initial stage of a seeker, we do feel, I want to know God. So many people have told us, after getting married and having kids, and probably they are now in their 40s or 50s, I wish I could have started this journey when I was young. I wish I had almost decided to quit my house, stay in the ashram. But that thought could not be sustained. Some people had actually walked out of the house to stay in the ashram, to become brahmachari or brahmacharini, but could not sustain this understanding that, oh, this is what I am really sincere about. There is someone behind Nishi that I cannot see. Yeah, you need to move this side a little or come here in front. I want to make sure that I see everyone, so thank you. Yeah. Anyone, if you feel that you are not able to make eye contact with me, before I point out, you make sure. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes, of course, people move, so you have to adjust, and that's what happens when you're sitting at the back. Okay. So this is the fact. Even your parents might have said sometimes, no, I wish I could have started staying in ashram, or you must have heard from some uncle, auntie somewhere. Lot of people have told Gurudev, if you would have come in my life when I was in my 20s, I would have quit everything. So what is the reason that is indicated here? that this desire to know God, serious desire, committed desire, does not come if we are not prepared. And see, there is a difference between Eastern philosophy and Western philosophy. In Western philosophy, if somebody says we are going to discuss philosophy, I don't know if you have seen pictures of philosophers, Western philosophers, they'll be dressed up in suit, coat, tie, and smoking cigars, and they'll be discussing philosophy and looking for probably funds for the department and what is the bonus that I'm going to get. There are a lot of them. Few might be exceptions, but this is the general rule. In East, a philosopher would never hesitate to renounce his house. Like different saints, Kabir Das Ji, Saint Kabir, Mirabai, Narsi Mehta, Surdas Ji, these are all great saints who have given up things because in love for God or in search of God, they have become mad as far as society is concerned. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say, everyone is mad. People are mad about the world, I am mad about God. So yeah, I am also mad, just like everyone, but for different things. So this kind of thought does not come if impurities are too many. If thought comes, it does not stay for long. This is one aspect. Now there is another aspect. If impurities are there, what is its impact or what is its effect in the life of a seeker? Remember, we are more interested with the seeker and their journey. Otherwise also we can see in the world, like people pointed out, right? Desire, anger, greed. So if the life has a lot of this and frustration built up due to these, we will know that there are impurities. But there is one more aspect. What is that? You see the fourth one now. Kathanchit yadi jayeta tattvecha purva karmatah bodhopi jayate yadva Tannishthanaiva sambhavet. Together. Kathanchit yadi jayeta tadvecha purva karmatah bodho vijayate yadva tannishthanaiva sambhavet. Good. Rishi, read the translation, please.
If someone, this desire for truth,
if somehow
this desire for truth rises due to past karmas, and even though the understanding takes place while listening, firm abidance in the Supreme Self does not happen.
See, there is another very beautiful point. If somehow, let us say the desire comes, and this individual somehow even listens to what is the nature of truth, what is the nature of God. After listening, let us say this person understands also, because the person is smart, very intelligent, can analyze a lot of things, got it. But then, firm abidance in the Supreme Self does not happen. That is indicated by the word nishtha. Abidance means nishtha. The abidance does not take place. Now what is this abidance? Remember, our discussion started with a thing with a particular name and a form, its essence, plastic. Right? We talked about this example. Mic with this particular stand and form, and essence is steel. Cotton, kurta. Right? Cotton is the essence. Kurta is the form for which there is a name kurta. If the understanding is clear, we know, yes, we got the knowledge. But constant awareness of this fact does not remain. We easily lose the fact that the essence here is steel, the essence here is cotton, the essence here is plastic. Like that, now this was the example where we have to apply. The fact that God is all pervading, that God is essence of this creation, that God is essence of you and me, and the whole world is nothing but that non-dual bliss. This awareness does not remain if impurities are greater. That's why in the class we may say, yes, I understood what God is everywhere. But in our life, we will never feel that God is everywhere. And we see there's a big hole in our understanding. We may repeat some statements, we may be able to convince another person also. But to live in that constant awareness is next to impossible. And sometimes we may say, oh, I can see God in this A, B, C, D, but not in this individual. This person, I hate him. How can God be in this person also? But that violates our understanding. When we say God is everywhere, there is no such individual where God is not. But somehow we are not able to accept it. And that is because too much of impurities. That is indicated here. Kathanchit yadi jayata. Somehow, even if this knowledge takes place, that God is essence of everything, and the desire to know, so tattva ichha, means the desire to know God, desire to know truth. Somehow, let us say it comes. Because of past good karmas, because of blessings of some great Mahatmas, because they were able to force this knowledge in the mind of student because of their power. But the student is not able to retain that knowledge. Who is behind? Yeah, you need to move a little bit at the end, Barish. Yeah, thank you. Somehow, even if the knowledge is gained, we are not able to retain it. And that shows we were not ready at all. Some things that you will learn now, you would say, oh, I learned this in my Bal Vihar class. But at that time, I didn't get it. Or at that time you thought you got it, but now you think, oh, this is what it means. And have you felt like that sometimes? And you will feel more and more of these as you grow up. When you study more, when you reflect more. That means slowly purity is coming. And due to that purity, clarity is coming. So we are able to apply this knowledge in our life. In other words, our first example, the sugar is slowly becoming part of that coffee. It's not remaining separate anymore. So earlier, let us say we sit down for puja or meditation for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and when we get up, all that is over. So our spiritual life is different, our worldly life is different. Somebody asked Gurudev, for how long should I meditate? You know what was his answer? 24 hours. Of course, 24 hours meditation means what? Then he said, you meditate for half hour and you prepare rest of the day for that half hour. Where is Poonam? Okay. So you prepare for half hour and 23 and a half hours, then you can get good half hour of meditation. This is how an individual must prepare. So if purities are not there, either knowledge will not take place, either first of all desire for knowledge won't be there, or if desire is there, knowledge will not take place. And if knowledge takes place, abidance in the knowledge will not take place. Is the abidance word clear? Yes? No? No. Abidance means owning of the knowledge, owning of the teaching. So there is one aspect which is called knowing, and another is owning. Knowing and owning. Knowing means, like what we said, God is everywhere, God is all blissful. And let us say, intellectually I understand, there has to be one cause of this entire creation. Like, cause of this might is steel, cause of this is plastic, cause of this is cotton. All three are nothing but earth in different form. Yes? Yeah? All that earth has one origin. And that origin we cannot find out through our eyes or ears or any sensual perception. For that we have to go to scriptures to know what is their origin. And when we inquire, we realize in scriptures it is said the origin of earth is water, the origin of water is fire, its origin or its cause is air, its cause is space, and its cause is truth, God, or existence. So how do we analyze? When we say this mic is the name and form, is aspect is called existence. Watch is, so is the existence, watch is the name and form, book is, body is, clothes are, so whatever is that isness, existence aspect, that is common to everything. Space is, fire is, water is, etc. That existence is called God, is called truth. And if that existence is removed from anything, then that thing will become non-existent. So this is what the scriptures reveal. Now to retain this knowledge and constantly be aware that I, the real I, is nothing but existence, Right? When we say I am, and when I say I am brahmachari, so I am is the existence part, brahmachari is the attribute of this physical body. I am a man, man is the attribute of a physical body. I am is the existence part. I am hungry. Hunger is the attribute of the physiological system. I am is the existence part. You will see all our expressions about ourselves when we say I am so and so, that so and so aspect can go on changing. I am aspect is always there. So I am happy, I am sad, I am angry, I am frustrated, I am thirsty, I am hungry, I am man, woman, I am young, I am getting old, I am tired. I am sister, brother, mother, father, all these expressions, they will go on changing. I am dull, I am smart, I am intelligent, I got it, I am not getting it at all. This is also possible. I am is constant, other aspects are changing. That I am is the truth of this personality. This awareness is called abidance. And that's why I don't know if you have heard such expressions, I am that. So that means that truth. So I am that truth. And all the other expressions about I, as hungry, thirsty, young, old, man, woman, husband, wife, brother, sister, employed, unemployed, student, whatever that I have, all of those are passing attributes. They belong to BMI in this chart. No, they do not belong to O. So I am is that O. To live in this awareness is called abidance. If mind is not pure, this abidance will not be possible. And therefore, if somebody says something to this body, I will feel that is for me. But the truth we already know, this body is the changing aspect, I am is the constant aspect. Remain awake. The person who had to hear understood. So, who is sleeping? I am plus sleeping. The sleeping aspect changes. We become awake. But I am is constant. If mind is not alert, pure, we are not able to see two different things. That I am and the other aspect, they are combined. And that's why if somebody says, you are stupid or you are dumb, we immediately feel they are telling me. The fact is, they are telling the body or mind or intellect, not to us. And if somebody says, oh, you are so good, they are praising me. People don't know who I am. There is also this idea that I am so great, because one day if they praise you, another day they will condemn you also. Our Guruji, just now I was with Guruji in Piercy. We had 2-week long camp. He said, people will tell you, you are God. and from God, they'll come back to DOG also. Yeah. Because you are dog. Another day they can start continuing. Oh, you are everything in my life. After 2 days, I don't want to talk to you. You go to hell. So if we are balanced, we will not get elated by these expressions. It's good to hear good things about this body mind also, but our feet should be on the ground always. Not start feeling. You see, yesterday you all were there. Swami Sharananji said a very beautiful thing about Guruji. He said, see how he's so devoted to Puja Gurudev. Never allows himself to be glorified. Always he seeks Gurudev's praise. May his name come everywhere. That is a sign of great devotion. We all always want to another $25 earned. We always want to be glorified. I hope somebody is collecting all this at the end of the session. This is an opportunity to become rich. CHYK West funds will grow very fast.
Like when you were talking about the meditate for 24 hours, 23 and a half hours, so I mean that's part of abidance, right? Abiding means that you spend your 23 and a half hours preparing, and you have half an hour. But in that preparation time, what did he mean by prepare?
Prepare means keep your mind in such knowledge, such teachings, so that you are reminded again and again about this fact. And this is one simple exercise that you all can do tomorrow in the silence, the 25 minutes Maunam. I don't know, today we were just looking at plants and trees and maybe at least trying to observe quiet time and nature. Tomorrow, the exercise that people can do is whenever we see anything, for example, when we are walking outside, some plants are there, flowers are there. The moment that thought comes, this is a flower, understand, this is, that is aspect is the existence aspect, and the name and form is of flower. This is a plant. The existence aspect, plant, name and form. This is a chair. Even if you are sitting inside, just look at chair. Chair is nothing but steel in a particular shape. Steel is nothing but earth, which is from water, which is from fire, which is from air, which is from space, which is from the truth. So the truth here appears as this chair. That truth and this truth, they are one. This is meditation. Now, when we see chair, to think of truth, it is very difficult because our first thought is chair and it is made for sitting. How are we going to think this is truth in this form? That truth is this essence. That thought will not come on its own. We will have to train our mind to think in this way. Then after some time it will become natural. So those who say, I see God everywhere, don't think they see God everywhere as Krishna, Krishna, Krishna everywhere. Or even if they see, it is out of intense practice of meditation. It is not by accident that somebody touched someone or you drink one particular glass of juice. No, suddenly I start seeing everywhere. That would be so easy. No sadhana required, no spiritual practice required. instantly everything starts happening. It will never happen. We have to work for everything. And that's why in this world you will find, as far as spirituality is concerned, there will be big craze when somebody says, great Mahatma is here, just go there. And we say, okay, I'll go there. I'll ask some blessings. Let that Mahatma put hand on my head or give some kind of magic thing by which I don't have to do anything and all my sorrows will go. Anything that comes to us in our life, it will be the result of our karmas. And unless we improve our karmas, our actions, we will not be able to improve the results. So there is no magic. Tejas, sit a little bit on this side so that I can see you.
This side?
That side. Thank you. So there is no magic in spiritual life. Magic is there. It will not stay for long. For its sustenance, we have to put forth effort. Otherwise, imagine Mahatmas, they just sit in meditation. May all be happy. May sorrow go away from everyone's life. We all would be peaceful. Does it happen? You see in the world, there is how much sorrow. There is so much hunger, people are starving, so much disease, suffering. It doesn't go away. With so many Mahatmas working day and night, sorrows don't go away. The violence and war and terrorism doesn't go away. Because people are not changing. Mahatmas, all they can do is they can inspire people. They can give the right teaching. The rest of the job we have to do. So if purity is not there, these things will not happen. So somebody may say, okay, so what if abidance is not there? Let us say, I don't have abidance. But I understood God is everywhere. And it is my own nature. Or I am blissful self. I have understood. I am Om, not body, mind, intellect. Now this in Balvihar also, I'm sure you have heard, in junior CHYK class, right? In 9th grade, 10th grade. So you are Om, you are not body, mind, intellect. Intellectually understood, convinced. So what if Nishtha is not there? That is said in the 5th stanza. That is given here. The seekers do not experience that supreme bliss enjoyed by the yogi, which means even though we know that I am bliss, I'm not able to experience it. As I was giving the example in the morning, I may know that I have $25 million, I'm not able to use it. So my life has not changed with this information that I have $25 million. I am as miserable as I was before. And seeker's practice becomes fruitless. You see that line? Last sentence. Seeker's practice becomes fruitless. That means he has practiced. The spiritual practices have been done. But the result that it is supposed to give, it did not give. And therefore you might have seen this in your own life or in somebody else's life. We hear or we see that there are some great people, but they also get angry sometimes. And they have been listening to Vedanta for so many years, 20 years, 25 years, but they get angry. Or they don't like certain things. And we may say, oh, they still have dislikes. Or sometimes they do things which we may feel, these are inappropriate things. But this is because that firm abidance is not there. So the spiritual practice has not given its complete result. Not that it did not give any result. Some result is there. But total result is not there. And that's where sometimes people feel, I don't know if this is what I want to become after studying Vedanta for 20 years. If this is what happens, I'd rather not study. And people blame the scriptures or the teachers or teaching. For example, let us say some of you have gone through Bal Vihar for 12 years. And you are also part of this CHYK group for last 5 years, let us say. And you have been attending some camps. And let us say you get angry over some things or frustrated over some things and somebody watches you. And that person will say, you are going through Bal Vihar for so many years and you have studied all these books and you have attended so many camps. What happened? You are still the same. And look at me. I have not gone through Bal Vihar. I have not gone through any classes or camps. I am also the same. What is the difference between you and me? You've gone through everything, you get angry. I have not gone through anything, I still get angry. We are same. That shows the spiritual practice is fruitless. What answer you will give such person? Actually, we cannot argue because he is right. Right? If they are saying, you are also like that, I am also like that. So, you remember yesterday we had seen 3 R's. You remember? What were they? Today we look at 3 more R's. Or at least one of them. As the topic unfolds, we'll see one more. See the difference between an individual who has not done any spiritual practice and is getting angry, as against individual who has done spiritual practice and once in a while gets angry. The difference is how quickly this person is able to rebound. Rebound, R. So rebounding will be quicker. Somebody will go in depression. But if the knowledge of Vedanta is there, this person will come back quickly. He will be able to rebound. He say, I want to get rid of the negative thoughts. That is alertness about life. Let's say you get angry at someone and you realize that was wrong on my part. The quickest way is go and apologize. And sometimes you feel so bad that I have to apologize to this person. I am so great. But you have to, if you realize that this was your mistake, how quickly we are able to accept the fact, the truth. This is called rebounding. Or let us say we hear some very tragic news, very sad, and we feel so sad. And then we remember the truth is that which never changes. Everything else comes and goes. Now we have to come back to normal. How quickly we rebound, that is what the spiritual teaching brings us. And frustrations in this age group, in your age group, they are like, oh, somebody was dating me, now he or she has started dating somebody else. That itself is enough for frustration. Yeah. Or I was supposed to get a job, somebody else got it. Forget about bigger frustrations. So how quickly we say, everything is passing, sure. And come back to balanced state. That rebounding is the essence of spiritual practice as far as the seekers are concerned. So if somebody rebounds in few hours, that is good. If somebody takes few days, that means that much this person is weaker. And if somebody takes few months, you must have heard somebody after breaking up the relationship, oh, this person is just recovering from the breakup. How long does it take? Long time. Too many emotional feelings. So it takes much longer. Vedanta should help. No ongoing tears and crying and weeping. We should be able to rebound quickly. There is a stanza in Sanskrit, very beautiful. It says, if there is a wise person who has assimilated knowledge, if this person gets angry, the anger will remain with this person for a few minutes. That's all. Uttame kshana kopasya. Kopa means anger. Kshana means few minutes. Uttame kshana kopasya. If there is mediocre person in seeking, madhyame ghatika dvayam. Mediocre personality will be angry for a couple of hours. Great people, few minutes. Little mediocre, few hours they will be angry. Kanishthe syat ahoratram. Inferior kind of person, whole day and night he will be angry. So more than 24 hours. I am not going to leave you. You yesterday sat on my chair. And somebody who has too many sinful tendencies, papishthe maranantakam, until that person dies, that anger will not go. I am not going to talk to this person. He took away my date. Why you have to be so angry? This shows the sinful tendencies. Anger, greed, jealousy, everything. For a long time it will remain. Wise people move on. So this shows how much spiritual practices this person has done. That's how in life we see variety. Some people, they are able to rebound quickly. Any tragic news, if they hear sad news, they are able to become normal quickly. The others, with some difficulty. Some people, it will take forever. Over little things they can cry. Not externally necessarily, but within, they can go on. So one has to be careful. So don't think spiritual practices, they don't give results. They will give results which will be seen in these little actions. That's why to chant Lord's name, to do prayers, to do japa, to do meditation, to listen to scriptures, all these are helpful. So if an individual who has realized that I have understood the truth, but I need abidance, what should they do? So that is said in the next stanza now, 6th stanza. Dridhanishtaika siddhyartham. Page number 14. Dridhanishtaika siddhyartham. Manashuddhirapekshita. Tadartham sadhaka sarve. Yatantam dridhanishchayaha. Together. Dridhanishtaika siddhyartham manashuddhirapekshita.
Tadartham sadhaka sarve yatantam dridhanishchayaha.
Sanjana, read the translation.
For gaining firm abidance in the Supreme Self, purity of mind is required. Hence, all resolute seekers should strive to gain purity of mind.
So in order to gain abidance, purity of mind is must. And therefore, all sincere seekers should have purity. Now, there is something that we need to understand in this spiritual journey. See, at physical body level, body has its own journey. You all know. What is the first destination in the journey of this physical body? Birth. Right? It begins with the birth. Then childhood or infanthood, childhood, teenage or youth you call, early youth, grown-up youth, adulthood, then senior, old age, and death. This is the journey of physical body. But with the journey of body, there is another parallel journey going on. Do you know what is that journey? That journey is of body and mind. Mind and intellect. Body has its journey, but mind and intellect also go through another journey. And generally, we are focused only on one journey. Which one? Body. And people give so much attention that at body level, I should be younger, and I should stay away from my final destination, which is death. And it is good. Nobody wants to die. Even wise people, they don't stand in front of fast running car and say, okay, you come and hit me. There's no need. But their attention is more on mind and intellect and their journey. And their journey is what? How much purity of mind I am gathering, how much clarity of understanding I am gathering. So in the physical journey, in the journey of body, I might have moved, let's say 25 years. But in the journey of mind and intellect, I may not have moved an inch. Or by few days. And then there's so much I have grown. So somebody said physically you have grown, mentally there is no growth. Right? You must have heard these expressions. What do they indicate? Maturity is not there. We may become big, we may look very big people. Inside there is nothing. Wisdom has not come, basically. Wisdom of life. We may get some big titles also, we may have good position, lot of wealth. No inner growth. And that is what the spiritual seeking emphasizes. And on the other hand, you will see some people, they look very young, but so much internal growth. And at the age of 20, 25, they know much more about life. They have already made right decisions. They are committed to their spiritual journey. And they have decided this better be my last physical birth. Committed. May not have achieved a lot of name, fame, position, title, anything. In fact, even if somebody is ready to give them, they say, I don't want these things. I better get what I am really looking for. I better get that because of which I have human birth. So such people, they are focusing on what is really important. Such people are seekers. So, such people, Dhrida Nishchaya, they with this firm mind and determination, they spend time, they put forth effort in getting this inner transformation. Their emphasis is there. They will work for other things also. They also want physical beauty and greatness and everything, no doubt. But that is not priority, that is not important. It is secondary. So main thing is, I should accomplish the job, important job with this body. Such people will put forth sincere effort to get purity of mind. How one can get the purity? So some means are given. So at least we will read today and then we will analyze them tomorrow. Page number 16. Manah Shuddhikaraniha Sadhanani vadantiha Yajñodanam tapascaiva Japastirtham vratastatha Manah Shuddh together. Manah Shuddhikaraniha Sadhanani vadantiha Yajñodanam tapascaiva Japastirtham vratastatha. Who wants to read? Shiva.
Teachers prescribe many means to purify the mind, such as yajna, charity, austerity, japa, pilgrimage, and vows.
So in order to attain purity, different means are indicated by teachers, scriptures, etc. And some are listed here. Yajna. Yajna has two meanings. One is yajna means the fire sacrifice that you might have seen. And yajna also means the jnana yajna, the spiritual discourse. Charity, giving donations, serving community, etc. Charity of money, charity of number of hours, etc. Austerity, tapas, japa, taking the name of the Lord repeatedly, either through chanting or writing, pilgrimage, going to holy places, ashrams, staying in ashrams, or going to temples in different parts of the world. And vows, so taking different spiritual vows that I will not eat this for 1 hour, 1 day, I will not eat this for 1 year, I will wake up early in the morning. These are all spiritual vows. I will go to bed before this time. So such many practices are there, and we will see them in detail tomorrow. I don't think you got time to discuss anything, right? Because from my last session, this session. But I will give you, so I gave you 3 questions, right? For the earlier one. So just take one more question. This is 6th question. Discuss the means to purify the mind. Discuss the means to purify the mind. Okay.
When you talk about anger, or let's say frustration, and intelligent or smart person would get rid of it like a couple of minutes, or a weaker person would lie and cry. At that same time, is the intelligent person like reflecting on how to improve or how to dissipate the anger? What is it that the intelligent person does that makes it so such that
Good. So good question. Let me hear your thoughts. Let's say you got angry at someone and very quickly you realize something that you have heard. Your next session is discussion only. Something that you realize that maybe I was wrong, or it was not worth getting angry on that person. Right? For example, let's say there is a child. And that child spoiled your clothes, let us say. And you didn't know who that person was, who did that. Let's say at the back, somebody put a stain. And you say, oh, there is a stain on my clothes. And you get angry. And then you find out, oh, it was a little baby. Now, you are not going to get angry at that child. So, okay, that's fine. So, we realize that there is no point in getting angry over certain issues. Either because that thing is not very important, or that person does not deserve that anger. So the anger will go. So when we start reflecting on the insignificant nature of that thing over which we are getting angry, or the person who does not deserve that anger, then the anger will go away. Or if we realize that, why should I get angry at that person? It is my karma, because of which this has happened to me. Let us say your car is parked outside. Somebody comes, hits your car, and then without reporting runs away. Hit and run case. Now you go outside, you look at your car. Who did this? Ah, you start shouting, screaming. And then you realize, now by my anger, I am not going to find out who that person was, number one. Number two, okay, so car is done, damaged, little bit whatever, and I cannot do anything. And after all, it is a car, it is parked outside, these things are bound to happen, that's why there is insurance. Not that you purposely do something, but if it happens, you cannot avoid it. And then you sit down and think, there were 20 cars here, only my car was hit. Why it happened? It had to do something with my karma. Otherwise, anyone else's car also was available. That means, ultimately I was supposed to get that result of my karma and I got it. So in this way when we reflect, we say all I need to do is improve on my karmas so that these things don't happen later in this life or other lives. That's why there is so much emphasis in Hinduism on this theory of karma. And we say what goes around comes around. It is so true. But the knowledge does not remain there all the time. But that also does not mean that we give excuses to everyone and say, you do whatever that you want to do to me. After all, it is my karma. No, we also have liberty to do good karmas. For example, let's say somehow you find out, you ask someone, did you see whose car it was? And somebody says, yeah, it was that uncle's car. Now you can do good karma by checking the Chinmaya Mission Chicago directory and find out, oh, that uncle's phone number is this. You call him and say, uncle, I was told it was your car. And say, it was not me, it was my son who drove and hit. So say, okay. And then you get the insurance details. So you can do that kind of karma. It is also action. Without getting angry, you have to get the money back, you can do it. But there is no point in getting angry or frustrated over it. So there are ways in which a wise person would start thinking over a matter. Whereas individual who has not learned this art will start going here and there, get angry over insignificant matters, will not come to any real conclusion. Okay, now I don't want to take much of your discussion time, but I want to tell you this 4 to 5, 11 to 12, sleep will overpower. 4 to 5, if you don't get enough rest, you will feel sleepy. Before you come to class, you wash your face with enough water. And those who feel that there is even 1% chance of me sleeping or feeling sleepy, do it. It will keep you awake. I also used to have this. It's not unusual. The body demands its quota of sleep. If we don't give, it will snatch it. And the best time is when we are in the class. Trust me. So wash your face very well. Then you will be fresh. Okay? Purnamada.